G'day and welcome back to another Catch Up with Kiralee. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kiralee, and on this channel we talk about all things cosplay, costuming and sewing. And today we are in amazing Tokyo and I am taking you to the Fabric District, aka Nippori. It is my favorite place to buy fabric from when in Japan. Osaka and Kyoto also have small fabric districts, but they pale in comparison to Nippori. So come with me and I'll show you some of my favorite stores and also give you a bit of an idea of how much there is here. Also, just as a bit of a heads up, it is a bit more expensive from what I remember than Singapore, so I'm probably not going to buy a whole lot. Also, our suitcases are already really heavy and we leave tomorrow, so I'm going to be trying to limit myself, but not too much because I still want to have some fun. But yeah, it is more expensive than Singapore, so I'm not going to be doing a massive haul, but it's always fun to look, right? So heading to Nippori is actually very easy, as there are multiple lines that stop at Nippori Station, including the JR Yamanote line, otherwise known as the Circle Line, which also hits most of the tourist stops for Tokyo. The south exit is closer to Nippori Fabric Town, but word of warning, it's all stairs. The north exit, however, has escalators and it's not too far from the south exit. And if you get lost, just look for one of the kabillion signs that point you on the 5-minute walk from the train station to the Fabric Town. Seriously, the signage is good. But before you get to the Fabric Town, you will pass many cool little shops like this second-hand kimono and accessories store selling gorgeous kimonos from as low as 1,000 yen, which is about $10 Australian at the moment. Not gonna lie, I was tempted to drop all my money here, but there were fabrics, notions and other sewing related things that I had yet to explore. Like this incredible leather shop with tools, fasteners, straps, beads, charms and anything else you might need to make a leather bag. Across the road at Ian Sons there was an assortment of wools and pleathers in many colours. Then a little bit further down the street you'll find stores like Yamayo with an assortment of threads and fabrics at very decent prices. But it was also at this point that I realised something. Over half the stores were closed, including my beloved Tomato, even though it was 11 AM, which is the standard opening time for most shops in Nippori. And that's when we realised a lot of the shops were closed for New Year's celebrations and were opening back up the very next day. So I looked in a few more shops that were open and sadly called it a day. Alright, it is take two. It is the day that we're flying out. We've checked out of our hotel. And so it seems like the perfect idea to potentially buy more fabric to add more weight that we're already over of our baggage. But that's fine. So off to see Tomato and whatever other stores are open, all in about an hour, because that's all we have. Let's go. And let's go we did, starting with this super cute trim store. I didn't get anything, but just look at the pretties. Tomato has like 5 stores. That one down there is the biggest one, and I think it's about 5 stories high. But then you've got this one, which is like, I think like mostly lace stuff and whatnot. And then there's like furnishings down there, and then there's something else over there. But Tomato is the main kind of store of Nippori for fabric and other goodness. Here is a map of all of the Tomato stores in English, so you can see what's in each of them. As you can see, they're kind of organized by type of fabric and what each store sells, and it's helpful. So screenshot this if you're coming to Japan, and you can plan out your trip a bit with the Tomato stores. So in here we have a section that is all 100 yen per meter. Let's have a look. Because I was working with some major time restrictions, you know, like flying back to Australia in a few hours, I unfortunately couldn't go into all the Tomato stores. However, I did go into Tomato Arc store first, which sells their heavily discounted fabrics, with fabrics starting as low as 100 yen a meter. My gosh, there were some really fabulous finds in the assorted fabrics. So now we're in the main Tomato store after going to like the discounted fabric next door in Tomato. At least that's what I'm calling it, because there was so much cheap, wonderful fabric there. I might go back there, but let's go to the different floors. So this is level 1. This is the discount fabric floor. The prices still don't look as good as what they are next door though. In the other tomato store. I don't get it. Anyway, we're going to head up to the character ones and then we're going to go to the very yummy fabric like silks. I started on the 4th floor at Character Cottons. They were very cute, but alas, nothing really grabbed me and said, take me home, except... it's Terry. He looks so happy. Down to the 3rd floor we went, and it was the luxury fabrics, aka silks, velvet, satin, shantung, that sort of thing. Here we have the silks and silk blends. So much white and a bit of black, but only a few colours. I do love this red though. It's like, it's 100% silk and it's very, very lightweight. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it is, with tax, 1,738 yen, so that's like $18 a metre Australian, which is still an amazing price. And then you've got the silk satin in this fuchsia, and it's amazing. That one is a bit more expensive. That one is 2,728 yen per metre with tax. It's about $30 Australian, but I'm tempted. I just don't know what I would use it for. Farewell, tomato. You were good. You were always good. But this time you were very good. On to the next door. Whee! Let's have a quick look at the tomato store that is all about the decoration of the house. Ooh. Yeah, this is where I got my very, very heavy gold damask that I still haven't used. And I got 18 meters of it and Terry carried it around Japan. He was very angry with me that I still haven't used it. Unfortunately, after that last clip, Terry and I needed to leave Nippori as we needed to go back to the hotel, grab our bags and head to the airport. So I didn't actually explore any further shops. I'm sad I didn't get to explore more of the small boutique stores that line the rest of the streets, but I've been to a few of those in previous expeditions to Nippori Town whilst I was in Tokyo, and I can tell you they are incredible. There's always something unique and special that you can find in these shops, so they're really worth the exploration. Now, let's have a look at the haul, shall we? And as I mentioned at the start, it was always going to be a small haul because we literally didn't have the room for me to buy a whole lot of fabrics, and also time restrictions, right? And honestly, I ended up just buying some fabrics from Tomato because that's where I really was focusing all of my energy on, and they had some really good deals. Starting with the first two fabrics, which are these two. So these two fabrics were in that ARC store, the heavily discounted fabric store, and these were both, I think, 200 yen each, 220 yen with tax. So that's about $2.50 Australian per meter, and there was essentially 2 meters of each. I think this one might have 3, but like this one is this beautiful cotton with this kind of double-sided little polka dot print that has more of like a shiny side and a matte side, and I thought it was so cute. Do I have any idea what I'm going to be using any of these fabrics for? Absolutely not. But this just was something that I thought, you know what, I will be able to use this at some point in the future because it's gorgeous. And then this fabric is a cotton that is striped with these red and white stripes. I probably got this and I was drawn to this because I have finished Candy Cane as my last cosplay, and I am kind of obsessed with red and white stripes at the moment, and I just think that that's really, really cool. It's got a really nice weight to it, and I can see it being quite versatile. So I know I will find a project for this. I'm not sure when. It may be Christmas themed, who knows, but it was too good to pass up. So both of these were what was left on the bolt. I just was like, yeah, let's get what's left on the bolt, and I was very happy with them. I only bought 2 other fabrics, and that was in the main store. The first was from their luxury fabrics, which is 3 meters of that red silk that I showed in my video. It's just this really gorgeous, lightweight, sort of taffeta feeling silk. It's got like a white sort of backing to it, so it is, you know, fully blocked out. It's not see-through, but it's still incredibly light. It's just, it's almost like tissue taffeta, and I don't have something like this in my collection, and I loved the shade of red. It's that beautiful like cherry red, so not like fire engine red. It's got a little bit of like more of that dark red going into pink almost, and it is my favorite shade of red. So I will find something for this project, and I got 3 meters of it because I didn't really have a project in mind, but 3 meters is a good amount. And this was about, I think it was like $17, $18 a meter, so very good price for silk of this quality. The last fabric that I purchased was this one. Terry found this as we were leaving the store. As we're like racing out of the store, he saw this, and he knows how much I'm obsessed with these dolls. Daruma dolls, I love them. I love them. I bought one while I was in Japan because I love the idea that you make a wish or set a goal by filling in the right eye, I believe it is, and then when it comes true, you fill in the left eye, and then you have to burn it afterwards at the new year to like let the good energy back into the world so it doesn't become negative energy or something like that. Anyway, he saw this print and he just grabbed me and he was like, what about this? So I got 3 meters of this, and this was 300 yen per meter, so it was still on the like clearance range, but in the main store it was, yeah. And the reason why it was on clearance is because some of the pattern is a bit faded in certain areas, but honestly, I didn't even notice until the clerk pointed out and said that's why it's 300, and I was like, that's fine with me. I didn't even notice. So yes, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I kind of want to make like some bed pants with it, I think. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. So for my final thoughts, I have been to Nippori I think 3 times in my life, and every time I seem to find something very unique, and I love it. You can find some very good price deals like I have just shown you. Tomato is 100% a fantastic store that you should go to and have a good amount of time set aside. Unfortunately, just time restrictions this time got in my way and I couldn't do the haul that I really wanted to do. However, what I would say to you is if you're planning your trip to Tokyo and you want to go to Nippori, set aside at least half a day, a full day if you can. The good thing about Nippori is that right near the train station there's quite a number of different restaurants that have really good food, and there are a number of 7-Elevens along the main strip of Nippori Fabric Town. So if you get peckish or thirsty, or you need to use the loo, there you go. Japan provides. And if you are like me and you feel that collecting fabric and using fabric are 2 separate hobbies, then I definitely recommend that you go to Nippori and you be tempted to buy all the things. Because, you know, if you don't buy it then, you are going to regret it, because it's just the nature of how it works when you're fabric shopping in a foreign country. Thank you all for being a part of this amazing journey with me. I hope that you enjoyed our little tour of Nippori. If you've been to Nippori before, please let us know in the comments what your favorite stores were. Was it Tomato? I mean, I'd be surprised if people were like, I hate Tomato. Tomato is just like amazing. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!